If you want to make a mayonnaise like this, then this is the recipe for you. Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is James. Today we're going to be making a very tasty and delicious mayonnaise. Now I'm going to show you the recipe and how to do it, or the method of doing it, in a second. But first I want to discuss a little bit about what mayonnaise is. Now if you want a very in-depth and detailed description and explanation of what mayonnaise is as a sauce, then you should check out Alex's video on it, which is a very good video. I'll leave the link down below, where he explains the entire properties of mayonnaise. He doesn't give you a recipe, but he does explain what it is and the process of actually making it on a molecular level, which is actually quite interesting. It's something that we don't really think a lot about, even in the kitchen, because we have so many things going on, we don't make it. But basically what we're going to be using today are egg yolks, a little bit of vinegar, oil, and a bit of salt, and that's it. Now normally you would add a little bit of mustard to this, but today we're not going to do that. However, mayonnaise, unlike most other sauces, is a sauce that is purely emulsification. A little like hollandaise, but we're not heating the egg yolks up. We're actually going to add more oil to the egg yolks, and that will help emulsify. Now, egg yolks as well as mustard are emulsifications. The recipe for today is very simple. We're going to be using 3 egg yolks to start off with. Now, you can use 1 egg yolk. Actually, 1 egg yolk, funny enough, can hold up to 6 gallons or almost 28 liters of oil. So the actual reason why we're using more is just to add a little more volume to the mix instead of using just oil. We want to balance the ratio a little bit, because if you're using 90% oil, it's a little too much. It's not healthy for you. Then I'm going to take a little bit of vinegar as well. And if you want to add mustard, this is the time that you will add a little mustard as well to the mix. Now for the oil, you can add sunflower oil, olive oil, or soybean. Olive oil will add a little bit of a taste to it, a little bit of a flavor. If you do it with extra virgin, it'll add even more, so I wouldn't recommend it. And then soybean will have less flavor to it, but it all depends on your preference, so it's your choice on which oil you want to use. If you don't have a little squeeze bottle, like I don't at the moment, it's in storage because I'm still moving, I would suggest then some sort of measuring cup. That's again easy to pour. Now for the method of making this today, either one, you can make this by hand the old way with a whisk, which is nothing wrong with using a whisk. The only thing is you're gonna get tired after whipping for so long. It's gonna take a little longer, and you can't get it as stiff as you want of the sauce. It's gonna be more liquidy. So if you're doing it by hand, one hand on the bowl, the other hand whisking, and if you have help, this would be even better, have the other person pour the oil in slowly. It's very important to pour it in slowly. This will help with the emulsification as you're whisking, because the little oil particles will start to break down, and the more they break down, the easier they are to be absorbed into the yolk, which again emulsifies the mix. And as you can tell from me today, I'm not going to do this by hand. I'm going to take my hand wand with the blade. You don't have to use it with the whisk on the end. We use the blade all the time. Just keep adding as much oil as you want to it. If it gets a little too stiff, you can add a little bit of water, or you can add another egg, but this will add a lot of volume to it. So it's your preference. Now I would add a little bit of salt at the moment, just to give it a little more flavor. And that's it. It's a very, very simple recipe to make mayonnaise. Very easy, and instead of buying it at the store all the time, you can easily make it yourself at home, because when you actually look at the ingredients on the labels at the store, in America, the labels have a lot of artificial emulsifiers in them and stabilizers, which are not healthy for you. I remember when I was living in France that the mayonnaise is actually a little different. It has a lot of Dijon in it, and it's real mayonnaise. It has a completely different flavor to it. Now, if you can get your mayonnaise as stiff as this, where it's hard to get the hand wand out, it'll stand straight up, then you've made a very good mayonnaise. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this super simple and easy recipe for mayo. And like I said, if you want a more in-depth explanation on mayonnaise or how it is a sauce, then check out the link down below, okay? So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Take care.